I'm out here at the range today getting ready to do some more testing on this Leatherwood Hi-Lux M1000, which has the Art Series cam system. So there's no holdover. You can do your magnification and it will dial in to the yardage. It was developed for snipers during Vietnam and it increased their effectiveness greatly. Been really wanting to get this put through its paces for a while. So we're going to check it out today and see what we come up with. We'll be using some HPR ammunition, which I find very accurate, and I like to use the 20-round magazines. If possible, it lets me get the scope down, the rifle down low enough. Okay, I'm going to be shooting the 60 grain VMAX, and if you can see that tip on the end, this is a really excellent bullet, and so we're going to really put it in. We're going to give this a real run through. This is your focus right here on this ring. You can set it. You have to take this off to do it or it'll cant this, but you can see the first 4 rounds. Now I had removed this scope, put it back on, and it re-zeroed very nicely. My second group, look at that. 4 shots. That VMAX is pretty awesome. As you can see, each of the designations, that's at 500 meters, 400, 300, 2.5. It goes all the way up to 1,000 meters with the 10 power. Lock this in, all your adjustments. Okay, that's at 400, and then we go up here to 500. I just shot 2 rounds, but it was just 1 hole. Here I'm having a little trouble with my mount. It got me a little bit distracted, but still it's in there. And then of course down this hole here was the adjustment, just 1 jagged hole, and then here. So the M1000 is really proving itself right up the line. Now guys, I don't claim to be a bench rest shooter or a sniper or anything like that, and really this scope will outperform much past my simple ability. But the one thing I wanted to show you in this video is that this system works automatically. Now this M1000 Art Series scope, which has the computer built in, is an auto range trajectory scope. And what that does is, all you do is, as I've shown you, is to pull this cam around and it will actually set the scope into the right trajectory. So there's no holdover, there's no elevation that needs to be dealt with the turrets. You set it right here. It's a very fast and simple system. The 2.5 setting is for 250 meters. And then as you go up, it's just to that meter setting, up to 10 power, which is at 1,000 meters. So the scope is very simple. Once you set your caliber and your bullet weight, which there's a chart in the manual how to do that. Once you set that, then you sight it in, and then you're on. You know, this scope, I used it and then I took it off to do some video footage for the review of this rifle, this Colt HPR. And then when I put the scope back on, it was incredible how close it was to the original setting. So the mount is, it resets to 0, which is a great feature as well. But it is an excellent scope, and for the money, you just can't beat it. Leatherwood has really put out some great products over the years, and they are continuing to do a great job. I know that, you know, the CMR 1x4 power has really been an incredible scope, and it's also called the Dangerous Game Scope. I've got reviews on it as well. I do have a review on this particular scope, just an introductory review, and it tells a little bit more about the basics of this and the features of this scope. But the mount is built in, it all comes together, and really this makes it very simple for the novice shooter to be able to hit accurately at long ranges. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to get this out to a really long, at least 1,000-yard range, and be able to run it through its paces. But I'm going to tell you, from everything I've read and everything I've heard, this scope is an incredible scope for your high-powered long-range shooting. Here's another look at the cam setting. Here is a tightening screw to keep it set into the right place. You also have other adjustments. Of course, all this will be in your manual, and also there is the Leatherwood website, and he does have some YouTube channels. But as you can see, 2.5, and then you just bring it in and it adjusts the mount itself to the setting. So it's really an incredible system itself, and of course you have a place here that shows you exactly where you're aiming. So this is the computer system here with this cam. Now this is the M1000 cartridge chart, and it is in your manual, and it goes all the way up from, starts at 17 Remington, and it'll have a cam setting, and you dial it in to that 370, and then as you see it just keeps continuing to go up with the calibers, and so it lists all these different calibers. And then here on this page as well, of course, the cam setting over here keeps going. It talks even about bullet weight, all the way up 308 NATO, then 375 H&H Magnum, and then the Hornady 50 caliber. It does give a setting for that as well. So it goes all the way up to a 50 caliber bullet with a cam setting. So everything is in here. And then there are also other charts as well, which this is a chart of trajectory paths for the cam setting. Drop is in inches, and then also here a trajectory path for your cam setting as well. The little manual is very comprehensive, and it really explains a lot. But really, once you set your cam setting to where according to your bullet weight and your caliber, then the computer takes over everything else. It's a very simple system. As I lift it up, it starts to raise up the base of the scope. So whatever I dial it into, this actually raises up to meet that bullet trajectory. Now these turrets are excellent. They do 1/4 MOA per click. It has up and down here, your windage as well. But as you can see, they are highly engineered. The covers to the turrets are high-grade aluminum. The scope itself is a very high-grade aluminum scope, built very well. Now they're shock-proof, they're waterproof, fog-proof. They have a lifetime guarantee. Just an excellent system. Leatherwood stands behind their products. But I have had this scope now for a few months, and I have had nothing but success with this scope. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Or auto range trajectory. It's called the ART series, which is the automatic trajectory. But of course, there are different versions now that are being brought in, and I'm just blah 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 blah.